Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at a dreaded application problem from section 2.1, which deals with the rectangular coordinate system. So we're going to take a look at number 97, which is entitled House Appreciation. What I would recommend that you do before we begin, make sure that you have the book out so that you'll be able to follow along when we read through the problem. I would also suggest that you have something to write with and something to write on so that you can note any important information that you're picking up from this question. So number 97 reads, a house purchased for $225,000 is expected to appreciate according to the formula y is equal to 17,500 times x plus 225,000, where y is the value of the house and after x years. So again, let's just kind of note that y is equal to the house value and x is equal to number of years. Okay, sometimes it's important to jot down what those variables are so it gives you something to focus on. We want to find the value of the house 5 years later. So let's begin to pick some of this apart, all right? One of the first things, and I'm going to highlight this in purple, is that 225,000. This is the initial value of the house at time 0. So this is the moment that you know, I guess in a way, sign your life over on the mortgage, or maybe you actually have a free amount of $225,000 lying around that you can just fork over and get the key to the house. Okay, this is where we start the stopwatch and kind of check to see how much money the house is going to accrue in value. Okay, one of the other things that the narrative does not necessarily mention and would have been helpful, because right now the problem looks like it's just spitting out the 17,500 out of thin air, which really isn't helpful, and it kind of maybe misleads you because you do want to know what that value is. That 17,500 is how much the house appreciates each year. Okay. So if you take a step back and just look at that linear equation, this is written in slope-intercept form. So your y equals mx plus b. That's the format that most of us had said that we were comfortable working with. So what this is saying is every year, that house that we bought for $225,000 is going to have an additional $17,500 added to its value. So what this problem is asking us now is, well, I want to know how much money I'm going to have after 5 years. So really what I'm going to do then, if I know that the house is going to appreciate in value $17,500 each year, is I'm going to add that amount to my base that I paid for the house 5 times. So we can go ahead and just say y is equal to 17,500 times 5, because we're going to do this 5 times, and add that to the base amount that we had laid out for purchase. So 17,500 times 5 will give us 87,500. And then we're going to add that to the base. So it looks like after 5 years, our home value will have increased to $312,500. Okay, make sure that you do include that dollar sign so that you are pulling in the context of the problem and so that it is clear to whoever is reading your final solution.